Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to another of our weekly Creepy Stories and Coffee podcasts, and thank you for tuning in with us and hope you enjoy today's topic.
For this special episode, we invited a sleeping therapist, a doctor specialized in sleep deprivation, and a famous YouTuber who got famous because of their recurrent sleeping paralysis demon. To hear all about their worst cases, everything paranormal they know of, and also helpful tips to get a good night's sleep.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. I can't wait to hear what they got to say.
I'm really looking forward to hearing about sleep paralysis. It sounds so scary and so weird. I wonder why it happens.
Me too. I once heard it's your past soul visiting you, but I don't believe in that.
I do. I think every dream has a meaning, and sometimes it can be a paranormal thing.
Wow, I didn't know you believed in ghosts.
Yeah, I do.
Episode on that. We should totally do another episode on that.
Sounds great!
I'm in.
But for this episode, let's leave the explanation to the experts.
Yes, you're right. Speaking of which, they should be here any second.
Oh, hey, that must be them.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, we were just waiting for you.
Oh, really? Well, we're here now.
How have you guys been?
Great, thanks for asking.
Doing just fine, thank you.
And you?
I'm also doing great, with a lot of new work lately.
I'm happy to hear that. So, how has work been lately?
Getting any new clients?
Yeah, luckily everything seems to be going right. Last week I got a new client actually. Well, I got a few new ones, but this one in particular, I want to talk about him. He came in looking really nervous.
Really? Wow. With the amount of clients you must have, this must be a very special case.
Do you mind telling us about him and his case?
Without revealing any personal information, of course.
Yes, of course. I do want to talk about him. I feel like he was very remarkable because he told me about a dream he had that I've already heard of.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I heard about a similar dream with the exact same person he saw, and not only once or twice, but a lot of times, from different patients from a lot of parts of the country.
So, different people who don't know each other at all.
They tell you about the same person even if the years pass by?
That's correct.
Whoa, that's crazy.
But they have never seen this person, like, at all?
Nope, they say they haven't. Yet they all can give almost the same description about him.
No way! That's incredible.
I suppose it is. We still can't give it a precise explanation to it, but we kind of know why it happens.
That's so weird. I have never heard of that before.
But what's so different about this client of yours?
Well, what he told me is that he started having all these weird dreams about the same person so many times he convinced himself that this person was real and he started to look for him like crazy. He thought he was being followed by him whenever he went out anywhere.
If I were him, I would start to go mad as well.
I think I wouldn't know how to handle it. I'm glad he reached out for help.
So, what happened next?
Nothing.
What?
No, don't leave us on that cliffhanger.
Sorry, guys, but it's true. Nothing happened afterwards. When I thought he was finally getting better, he suddenly stopped coming into the sessions.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. The last time I saw him was at the train station. I almost didn't recognize him because he changed his hair and was wearing weird clothes. But when I tried to get close to him to say hello, he was gone. He must have gotten on his train or something like that.
Wow, maybe he actually got better and wanted to change.
Or maybe he didn't get better and just drove himself crazy.
That's a crazy story. Through this, we'll never really know.
Yeah, it's kinda sad. I just hope he's doing better. I like to think he actually just wanted to start again.
Have any of you experienced sleep paralysis or any weird nightmares?
I have experienced both several times actually.
What was your dream about, though?
So I was in my room as usual. There was something different and unusual about it. It felt lonely and without life. I looked around and it was completely empty. I had a familiar feeling though, and it definitely was not a good one. A corner of the room started to darken, and I knew there was something there or someone. The same thing I felt watching me in my paralysis, but I still couldn't figure out who or how, but there it was.
Are you able to see their face?
I did, yeah. And I didn't like what I saw at all. It still haunts me. I saw a bent neck lady laying on the roof. Their hair was falling down the sides of their face, and the sleeping gown dropping down due to gravity, and the room was pitch black. Therefore, I couldn't see anything but a silhouette until a burst of wind hit my bedroom window. Then, the moonlight lit up the roof slightly.
Oh my god, and who was it? Was it someone you know?
I have no idea, but for the next 6 months, I was unable to sleep well. I would stay up late at night and I would ask myself, why did I see myself like that? Am I gonna die soon? Is this the way I'm gonna die? Anyways, I'm over it now, but it still remains as a traumatizing.
Whoa, that's so creepy.
Let's move on to our last topic, shall we?
Sure thing.
So, Mr. Gray, can you tell us a little bit about your general experience with insomnia?
Well, since a very young age, I started to experience insomnia, which inspired me to further study this illness.
How old were you when you started to have insomnia?
I was about 13 years old when I started to have problems sleeping. Falling asleep was hard, and even when I achieved it, I would wake up in the middle of the night and be unable to go to sleep again. Eventually, I went to see a doctor and they helped me sleep, but I have had trouble sleeping ever since.
That's awful. Thankfully, you were able to find help.
It really is, but continuing with the topic, what do people experience when they are sleep deprived?
The symptoms for sleep deprivation vary between people. They usually start showing up after being awake for 24 hours straight, and they begin as sleepiness and slow reflexes. If you have spent too much time without sleep, you can start to hallucinate and lose consciousness out of nowhere. Not to mention that not sleeping takes a toll on your body and your brain, which takes time and a lot of sleep to fix.
Do you know any cases in which sleep deprivation has taken permanent effects on the body?
As a matter of fact, I do. A couple of decades ago, there was an experiment in which people were forced to stay awake for days on end. Eventually, they started to lose their mind, and their psychosis reached a point of no return. And they even ended up killing each other. I don't remember the exact details right now. I do remember that after a couple of days, the patients became aggressive, and their paranoia prevented them from reasoning and trusting others.
That's truly terrifying.
I just got goosebumps hearing you say that.
Yeah, it is really creepy.
Anyhow, thank you all for coming here today and teaching us a little bit about the creepy side of sleep. Unfortunately, we are running out of time and can't go much deeper into it, but would our experts like to give any advice on how to sleep better to our audience?
Yes, actually, I have some things that have helped me to sleep better and easier. I have started scheduling a certain hour to sleep and respecting it most days, so my body is already getting used to sleeping at that time. Also, the things that we consume some hours before we go to sleep affect our body and can sometimes help us sleep, give us nightmares, or keep us awake. That's why we should maintain a healthy and balanced diet.
Thank you so much.
As always, it has been a joy being here to provide you with more creepy stories.
And we will see you next time in our weekly Creepy Stories and Coffee.